reality.
What's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you can't jump into a movie. I know.
Well, well, that's real. That's real deal.
Well, I know.
I ain't even gonna look at the what the real deal was. I don't want to know.
Oh yeah,
And
that
I
sounds
know the
gross.
story about the Issei Sagawa. He's
I can't
the
even say
Japanese
that.
guy. Yeah. Crazy, crazy,
What
crazy
about
Japanese.
that crazy soccer team that started eating each other on the airplane?
That don't count.
Hey, they ate it.
Well, you're the one who said if you get in a
I
plane
would.
crash
I
and
would. I get no problem telling you. I will
age,
eat.
you will be having.
If it's between you and a can of beans, Lenny, I'm sorry, but I'm having Lenny for dinner.
We're gonna. I would have. I strongly disagree.
I well, I'm not gonna kill you, but
Oh, if I'm already dead.
yeah, if you're dead,
Yeah, if I'm dead, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna start taking you off piece by piece.
I'm all right with
And
that.
I'm starting with the fingers because I love buffalo wings, and that's the closest thing probably I could get.
Some marbled man meat.
And then maybe
Some
let's go for the
triple
ribs. I'll make some ribs, Lenny ribs, with some of that.
rib witch.
What's the barbecue sauce I like? The Ray. What's it called?
Baby Ray's.
Baby
Sweet
Ray's.
baby.
Yeah, the original
Not
sauce.
the DP, not the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, no, that Dr Pepper. That stuff's It's not nasty, but it's just not good.
See, this is
It's
how we
like
get back to
ketchup.
Memorial Day. This is how you get back to the barbecue, back to the back to the party. The
All right,
Donner Party.
you want to take a call, Lenny? We got a call coming in.
Hang on. I'm on the. Oh, what else? Dude, there was something.
All right, hold on 1 second, Mike. We'll get to you in just a minute. Just hang in there.
So
Don't go away. Don't go away.
Just keep talking to the call screener. He'll he'll let him know what you want to talk about, and we'll see if we can fit you in.
Yeah, we'll get you in just a second, Mike. Go ahead, Lenny.
See now you.
I know I
interrupt-
worked your train of thought. All right, do you have your train of thought or?
Nah, it's gone.
All right. Give us a call back, Mike, and we'll get you on. We'll be ready
You
for
hung
you.
up on me,
Well,
like-
no, it only rings for so long, and then I think it goes to
I gotta write
our
stuff.
voicemail thing.
You know, I got this jar full of pens, which is supposed to be here for me to write stuff down.
I
but-
know. We have to take notes because we get our train of thought is easily derailed.
Train.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. So, yeah, dude, I'm all about battle and evil. Well, you got to be ready for all sorts of evil at all turns. So I always have a switchblade.
All right, Lenny. We're gonna get. We got a call coming in now. You ready?
All right. Who this is?
All right. This is Mike. Mike, you're on the Lenny and John show. How are you doing tonight?
What's up, fellows?
We're
Mike,
doing
first
pretty
question. A friend of John's?
good. I do not know Mike Ryan.
All right, Mike.
No,
Ryan.
sorry, guys. First time listener, first time caller.
All right, where you
Welcome.
from?
San Diego.
Oh, San Diego.
Okay, we both live in San Diego.
Say that again?
We both lived in San Diego for a while.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. What part of San Diego are you in?
John's a
North
connoisseur
Cal-
of donkey shows.
Oh, Lenny.
Not
Bank-
South San Diego. I grew
Yeah,
up in
that's-
South San Diego, but I live in North County. I live in North County now.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I used to live in Long Grove.
Okay, yeah, I grew up just west of you over in City Heights. I was born and raised down there.
Yeah.
Like East San Diego area by University Avenue, El
Mhm.
Campo Boulevard.
Yeah, right down
Oh,
there
nice.
at the school.
So you a veteran, Mike?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. We won't hold that against you. So
No,
what's
Well, I,
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I
What's
could
with the
go in the
Lionheart?
military.
What's with the Lionheart moniker, Mike?
It's kind of a family crest. I was seriously injured in high school playing football and almost died from my injuries. And
holy cow? What happened?
first of all, I went to Hoover High School down there in San Diego. If you're familiar with the area, you know the high school.
Right.
So I had a severe head injury playing ball. Took a shot to the chin.
Oh,
It's no secret that they've been talking about left and right on sports radio shows and NFL and all this other ESPN, all that garbage.
yeah. Everybody's suing everybody.
Stuff's been going on forever, but yet they're now just discovering it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah.
and with the Junior Seau suicide, now they're saying it's all those. There's the rise in suicides among ex NFL players is probably due to the concussions.
Well, even
was-
dementia of older guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm worried about it now. I mean, I'm 41 now, but my injury happened in '86. I was 15. It was the same year that Hoover went against Oceanside when Junior was a senior. Although I was injured by that time, and I was recovering from my injuries, and I never got a chance to go to that game. But they just said Junior was just a stud. He was all over the place.
Oh yeah,
Um,
there's a couple guys. There are a couple guys that we played against in my school that were there was like two guys, too prominent. One ended up with the Dolphins. One ended up with the Patriots, and it's just impossible. It's like unreal. It's like a man playing with kids. But yeah, continue.
and this is Lenny, right? Talking right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What school did you go to, Lenny?
I grew up in Williamsburg, Virginia, so it's Bruton High School.
Oh, okay. What about you, John?
I grew up in Massachusetts. I didn't have any football players.
Oh, well, you guys were
We
in
lived
San
in San
Diego.
Diego.
for a bit,
Yeah,
or-
yeah. We were both in the Navy, so we both ended up in San Diego at some point in our career.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. So I know I kind of lost my train of thought. Sorry,
It
guys.
head
seems to be
injuries.
contagious.
Head injuries. Head injuries coming back.
Well, I had mine in '86. I spent about 2 months in the hospital. Took a shot to the chin on special teams. If you go to isurvivedit.com, if I could plug my website, I apologize. I should ask you first, but
Sure, no, that's
No,
fine.
that's-
That's fine.
John's
I-
gonna make a
it'll-
sound. John's gonna
you
make a
guys can read
sound.
the whole story. What's that?
Make your sound. John has a sound that he makes.
Oh yeah,
What's
the plug sound. I wasn't paying attention. I mean, I was paying attention, but I wasn't.
Say it.
I wasn't.
Ding. It's
There you go.
ding.
That's when we do
Yeah, but
plug
if you
something, we
go-
do a little. Okay.
If you go to the website, it'll tell the whole story. There's also a video from when I did my 25th anniversary survival on October. But the Lionheart name came from my grandmother told me a long time ago when I was a kid that our family crest is the heart of the lion, and so I just kind of tweaked it a little bit and turned it into the Lionheart and just kind of went with it from there and just kind of carried the moniker for a few years now, and I dedicated the website to that and told my story about the head injury and whatnot, and just kind of went on about it. So, yeah, there's a lot going on with head injuries nowadays, and how they're going to change the NFL, what they need to do about headgear and pads and stuff. Honestly, they should have changed those helmets a long time ago. It's nice hearing the big clacks, but let me tell you something: the repercussions from the hits it'll jar through your entire body.
What
Yeah,
are you
actually-
thinking? Going to like a soft helmet?
Yeah, they were talking about that on Sports 1090 here in San Diego. They were actually talking.
I think we discussed that like last week. It was like it seems counterintuitive, but it might be a like smaller pads, smaller helmet. I mean,
Right.
you can't throw yourself in front of a speeding car without the protection. So
I mean, you could put all the.
I mean,
you could
what are your?
stuff
I mean, you're involved in that fight. What do you think? What do you think about that?
I think they should absolutely change the gear. I think it'll not only prolong their quality of life later on, but it'll save from neck injuries. It'll save from brain trauma from the hits. You see, a lot of times when you hit head to head, you could break your neck easily. But if you have padding, it absorbs that collision. It's like two kids, running around and jumping around in one of those like big blow up things. And you bounce
Yeah.
off something.
Bounce house.
Yeah, we have a pump it up here. We call it pump it up. But you're in those bouncy things, and you hit your head against the wall there, your head's going to bounce right off. You're not going to get knocked out or anything like that. But if you hit your head against a solid wall, you're going to get knocked out.
I
Well, you
just
got
see the downside of it. I see as just maybe a loss of interest as far as among the fans. Maybe if it doesn't look as amazing as it does now, I think the fan base may drop off,
You
especially
can
if
make
the
uniforms look cool. I mean, there's
Yeah.
got to be people out there can make them look cool, make the pads softer, make the helmets softer, and they'll be faster on the field, and they'll still be able to hit each other. It's just that you're not going to hear the loud noise. So maybe they'll have somebody up there beating a drum or something, or smacking two blocks together on the microphone or something like that.
Gotcha. Right, like in the WWE. Now, see, here's the thing. Now I know. Now, much different from. I mean, I'm a big fan of MMA and train. Never actually. I'd actually started to work up to do some amateur fights, but never ended up doing any. Now, whenever you get a concussion, I had some friends who get concussions and all this other good stuff. Prior to fights, you do a physical. Some places, some organizations have you do a full MRI at your own cost, and
Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I mean sometimes you actually, there have been cases where guys' lives have been saved by the MRI because they've had like, unknown bleeding to the brain. Now,
Right.
when you get every time you get concussed, whether whether, now when you get knocked out, you're not necessarily a concussion, but it's likely
Right.
because your brain gets that switch off. But every time you get that, you're more and more likely to have a
Brain injury.
have a brain injury, and
Right.
and it's cumulative. And the thing with the helmets is that you're all and the speed associated with the collisions is you have guys going at it head to head, and your brain is is basically a gelatinous. It's not solid like you kind of. I
Right.
mean, it looks like you, but it is very viscous and it's
Right.
very mobile inside your cranium. So every time you get that collision, I mean, it's just boom, boom. You're beating up that frontal lobe just over and over. And I'm definitely for something happening. I mean, I've heard people that thinking that these lawsuits that will be coming up potentially with the Players Association and everything like that,
Right.
because I mean, you're knowingly having employees participate and encouraging employees to participate in harmful acts to themselves.
But
Now,
the employees know what's happening,
well,
though,
true,
Lenny.
true, and I think they might invoke a sort of like a clause like when like miners who work in, obviously they do
Yeah.
still get black lung.
But it's not like they're getting paid like miners. They're getting paid more than anybody else in the country.
Well, miners get paid pretty well too.
Well, I don't think it compares to an NFL salary.
No, obviously not, obviously not. But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. So I mean, what do you think? You think this could actually? I mean, that's a lot of money to be made. What do you think, Mike? You think this could actually ruin the NFL?
I don't think it'll ruin the NFL, but I think they're going to be desperately trying to make changes to. I mean, look, guys, they're implementing more and more rules every year. That's what's going to hurt the NFL. That's what's going to kill the fan base because fans want to see them play football. They want to see what they've been watching for decades, and now they keep making. They're going to get rid of special teams. They're talking about getting rid of special teams. That's the
Right.
excitement. That's the excitement. And it's like, okay, why not make it safer and keep special teams there so that way you can still see the guys go after the ball? You know, you're cutting out a huge implement to the sport of football.
Are you
It's
saying you
like,
have to go 4 and out? You have to go 4 and out?
no. I'm talking about
You're
yeah,
talking about kickoff return teams and everything. Just make have the
absolutely.
regular
No
players out
punt.
there.
No punt.
I'll take
No.
no, keep them all in there. I'd say that, but they're talking about, yeah, I think that's what they're talking about doing, getting rid of all of it. So I don't know if
I'm
they would
holding my
start on
tongue.
the 20.
I'm holding my tongue, trying not to say going both ways. Or,
But
Well,
don't
I
you think, Mike? Don't you think this is probably more of just a knee jerk reaction, and it's probably just going to die off once the news kind of dies off?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. This is going to cost the NFL a lot of money, and I think they're going to start implementing even more rules. I mean, look at what they're doing with the quarterback situation. You can't even horse collar the guy if he's running, and that's the only part of the body you can grab. You can't
Yeah,
grab.
if a guy's running past you, you gotta you gotta do something.
I mean, come on. I mean, I can understand face mask,
If
but
he's
come on,
if he's got some dreads, you can pull on those.
absolutely. But every part of the body should be legal to grab, even on a quarterback. Now, you can't hit the guy in the head. I agree. But they're putting so many stipulations on what you can do in the sport. It's football, man. It's a gladiator game. If you want them to, I don't know, if you want them to play soccer, put them on the soccer field.
Oh,
You know,
that's a pissant sport.
yeah,
Well, I think all those rules they've come up with though, they don't just make them up. They come from somebody getting hurt. I mean, they came from somebody getting hurt from some play, and they reviewed it and they said, well, we can probably get rid of a horse tackle, and that'll probably save the guys from breaking their necks. So
yeah. Well,
I don't know. I mean, I think once the Sale thing dies off, and
it's pretty much a done deal once they put him to rest, and they had that celebration for him down at the stadium, and I watched it on TV. I didn't get a chance to go. Had I known that there was only about 30,000 people that showed up versus the 60,000 that I thought would be there, maybe I would have went down there. But I had gotten off work at 6, and they started They started at like 6:30. I said, well, I thought like everybody else thought. There's no way I'm getting in.
yeah.
So I went
right.
home and watched it. I thought they did a really good job with it, and since they put some closure on it, I think now we're moving on. But I still think they're investigating why people are shooting themselves. There's a one athlete, football player, that did the same thing, shot himself in the chest. And he left a note wanting to leave his head
Yeah,
available.